Hello everybody, I'm your host Yanni. Let's talk about equipments in Doodle World. Equipment is basically the equivalent to IV and TP training in Pokemon and Lumen Legacy respectively. These give some extra stat buffs to your Doodles and make them better in battles. However, finding equipment is very specific and can be very daunting to a newer player. My goal for this video is to show you where to find all the equipment in this game and tell you how each one will impact a Doodle's stats. Before I start listing all the equipments, I want to give a huge shout out to the Doodle World Wiki. On the Doodle World Wiki, you can find all the equipment and the stat benefits and how to find them. It's insane. I would really like to give a shout out to them, as this video probably wouldn't be possible without them. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so basically how this video is going to work is we're going to start off listing the helmets, then we're going to go into the artifacts, and then finally we're going to go over the amulets. So let's start off with the helmets. First up for helmets, we have the Doodad. The Doodad boosts physical attack and physical defense by 10 and 5 respectively. They can be found on Borbo at a 25% chance. Next we have the Magnificent Top Hat. The Magnificent Top Hat boosts speed by 15 and decreases physical attack and physical defense by 20 each. It can be found on Flittum at a 20% chance, and it can be obtained by Lipo's Doodlepedia tasks, which award 2, and finally it can be purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Next we have the Headleaf, which boosts speed by 10, and they can be found on Springlings at a 20% chance. Next we have the Bowl Cut. The Bowl Cut boosts physical defense by 6, magic defense by 6, and speed by 6, and it decreases coolness by 10, which currently coolness really doesn't do anything, so yeah. They can be found on Wiglet at a 50% chance. Next we have the Epic Shades. The Epic Shades boost HP by 15 and coolness by 25. They also decrease physical defense by 5. They can be found on Christic at an 8% chance and Gemin at a 16% chance. They can also be obtained through Christic's Doodlepedia tasks. Next we have the Feathered Hat, which boosts physical attack by 8, magic defense by 8, and decreases magical attack by 8. It can be found in the Crystal Caverns through a chest, and they could also be purchased at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next we have the Glummish Cap. The Glummish Cap boosts HP by 8 and boosts magical attack by 8 as well, and they can be found on Glummish at a 50% chance. They can also be purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Next up we have the Theater Mask, which boosts physical defense by 10 and magical attack by 10, and decreases speed by 8, and they can be found on Draw Masks at a 10% chance. Next we have the Horned Headband. The Horned Headband increases HP by 15 and decreases physical attack by 5. They could be found on Calamander at a 33% chance and could be purchased from the Social Park for 54 VP. Next we have the Marshmallow Fedora, which boosts magic attack by 10 and magical defense by 5, and they can be found on Schmello at a 12% chance. They can also be obtained through Marshall's Doodlepedia tasks, which award 2, and they can be purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Next we have the Smoldering Hood, which boosts physical attack by 16 and decreases HP by 6, and they could be found on Roughfires at a 12% chance and purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Finally, for helmets, we have the Candy Headphones. The Candy Headphones boost speed by 15 and physical attack by 10. They decrease HP by 20 and decrease physical defense by 20 as well. They can be found on Azupian, I'm not sure if I said that right, at a 10% chance, and they can be purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Alright guys, so now we're going to be doing the amulets. First up we have the Whatchamacallit. The Whatchamacallit boosts speed by 10 and decreases physical defense by 10 and magic defense by 10. They can be found on Geku at a 10% chance. Next up we have the Crystal Shard. The Crystal Shard boosts magic defense by 15 and speed by 5. They can be found on Glimew at a 10% chance, and they can be purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Next we have the Mini Camera. The Mini Camera boosts speed by 5 and physical defense by 8. It decreases physical attack by 5 as well. To get this, it's a bit complicated. You have to do a help center request. in Graphite Lodge, and then you have to go all the way over to Lakewood Town, interact with some guy, and then take a picture of a fruit toad, and then if you take a perfect picture, you get the mini camera. Next, we have the scrap paper, which is just -10 to all stats, and they could be found on the bookshelf in the gamer's house in Lakewood Town. Next, we have the swag juice, which boosts HP by 10, physical attack by 8, and coolness by 10. They could be found on Squid at a 10% chance, and they could be gotten by completing Gemin's Doodlepedia tasks, and they could also be purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Next, we have the Juniper necklace, which boosts HP by 8 and speed by 8. They can be found on Junipyro at an 8% chance. However, Junipyro isn't in the game anymore, but you could still get them from completing Junipyro's Doodlepedia tasks, which you get 2 of them, or you could purchase them at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next, we have the Rock Candy, which boosts HP, Magic Attack, and Magic Defense by 7 each. They can be found on Grim Sugar at a 10% chance. Next, we have the Ruby Pendant. The Ruby Pendant boosts physical attack by 7 and speed by 5, and they can be purchased at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next, we have the Stone Necklace, which boosts all stats by 6, except for speed, which is decreased by 20. You purchase this at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next, we have the Vial of Tears. The Vial of Tears boosts HP, physical defense, and magical defense by 10 each, and decreases attack and magic attack by 10 each. They can be found on Squonk at an 8% chance. However, just like Junipyro, Squonk isn't in the game anymore, but you can still get one for completing its Doodlepedia task, and you can purchase them at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next up, we have the Sticky Pendant. The Sticky Pendant boosts magic attack, physical attack, and HP by 7 each. They can be found on Dwafe, but the chance currently isn't known. They can also be purchased at the Social Park for 54 VP. Next, we have the Ornate Necklace. The Ornate Necklace boosts HP by 10, and then physical attack and physical defense by 5 each. They can be found on Aket and Sarkoon. I'm not sure if I said that right, but the chances as well as the Sticky Pendant aren't really known. Next up, we have the Festive Bow. The Festive Bow boosts magic defense by 20 and decreases physical attack by 10. They can be found on Holohair at an 8% chance. However, Holohair is one of those seasonal doodles, so if it's not in the game while you're watching this, you could still get one from completing its Doodlepedia test, or you could purchase them at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next up, we have the Sapphire Amulet. The Sapphire Amulet boosts HP by 10, magic attack by 5, and magic defense by 5. They can only be obtained through the winter event, which at the time I'm recording this, it's leaving today. So, I mean, you better go get one quick. Finally, for amulets, we have the Dusty Bandana. The Dusty Bandana boosts speed by 10 and physical attack by 5, but decreases HP by 15 and magical defense by 5. They can be found on Flegio, and the chance isn't known right now. Alright guys, to finish off the video, we're going to go over the artifacts. First up, for the artifacts, we have the Sad Pebblet. The Sad Pebblet boosts physical attack and physical defense by 5 and 10 respectively, and decreases magical attack and magical defense by 5 and 10 respectively as well. They can be found on Pebblet at a 33% chance. Next, we have the Computer Mouse. The Computer Mouse boosts physical attack by 7, speed by 7, and decreases physical defense by 7. They can be found on Riffrat at a 10% chance, and they can be found at the Gamer's House at Lakewood Town, which I believe you only get one. Next, we have the Amber Trap Fly. The Amber Trap Fly boosts speed by 20 and decreases health by 20. They can be found on Rosebug, Roscoon, Niblin, and Toxapeep at a 6% chance. You can also get 3 of them when you complete Flittum's Doodlepedia tasks. Next, we have the Beach Ball. The Beach Ball boosts both defenses by 20 each and decreases both attacks by 20 each. You can find them on Glubby at a 100% chance, and you could also get one through Applus Doodlepedia tasks, and you can purchase them at the Social Park for 108 VP. Next, we have the Thingamajig. The Thingamajig boosts both attacks by 15 and decreases speed by 15. They can be found on Bunsweet at a 10% chance. Next, we have the Decorative Katana, which boosts physical attack by 8 and speed by 5. They can be found on Kawosu, which I don't think is available right now, so yeah, but you can find them on Kawosu at a 10% chance, and you get one for free in the story on Route 1. Next, we have the Oakwood Staff. The Oakwood Staff boosts both attacks by 10 each. They can be found on Party Bug at a 10% chance, and you can obtain them through Vixalors, Doodlepedia tasks, in which you obtain 2, and you can purchase them at the Social Park for 54 VP. Next, we have the Fawn Sprout Tail. The Fawn Sprout Tail boosts all stats by 4, and they can be found on Fawn Sprout at a 25% chance. Next, we have the Stick. The Stick boosts magical attack by 15 and decreases HP by 10. They can be found on Mascro at a 10% chance, and you can get one through Bonnie Crow's Doodlepedia tasks. Next, we have the Pizza Slice. The Pizza Slice boosts both defenses by 10 each, and they can be found on Munchies at a 10% chance, and its evolution Pizza at a 20% chance. Next up, we have the White Chocolate, which just boosts speed by 10. You can purchase them at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next up, we have the Scrap Cardboard. The Scrap Cardboard boosts physical attack, speed, and magical attack by 7 each. It also decreases health by 7. You can purchase these at the Social Park for 36 VP. Next up, we get the Luminous Orb. The Luminous Orb boosts magical attack by 12 and decreases physical attack by 12. You can find them on Quillentel at a 100% chance, and you can purchase them at the Social Park for 108 VP. Next up, we have the Coal, which decreases all stats by 10. You can find these at gift level 1 at the Winter Wonderland. However, at the day this is coming out, Winter Wonderland is leaving, so I would just hustle to get them really quick. And finally, we have the Broken Clay. The Broken Clay boosts health by 8, physical defense by 5, and magical defense by 5. They can be found on Potunk at an unknown chance. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I put a lot of effort into this video, so it would mean the world to me if you could like and subscribe. Also, if you heard my voice randomly change throughout the video, that's because I got sick while recording some of this stuff. So yeah, I'll be better soon, so don't worry. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll try and upload again this weekend, but yeah, until then, I'm your host Johnny, signing out. Peace.